talk love, folks. Our next guests are here to help strengthen relationships from courtship all the way to marriage.
All right,
past.
joining us now is Stephanie Tolley. She is an extension agent with the Duval County Extension Office, and also joining her is Dr. Nikisha Doctor. I love that name, Doctor. I know you get that all the time, don't you? Just have a great name. You knew when you were little what you were going to do when you get older, Doctor. You are also helping to strengthen relationships here locally. So, ladies, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So this is a free seminar, right, coming up to help couples, and happens to coincide with Valentine's Day. So first of all, what can people learn? What can they expect if they come and attend? I know that's a loaded question, but there you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right.
You take that one.
Sure. We have a couple of different workshops. So if you are thinking about becoming engaged, you know, Valentine's Day might be that opportunity. Or if you're already engaged, we have a premarital class called Before You Tie the Knot, where people will learn about communication skills, conflict, money management, healthy lifestyles, and
Also
you know,
parenting. In
yeah,
that one.
exactly.
In that particular one, it's great. And the Before You Tie the Knot, it includes the parenting. However, I didn't mean to interject like that way.
But really all facets of the relationship,
Absolutely.
right? You're thinking about
Absolutely.
getting married, you're engaged, you are married, you're thinking about having kids. It really kind of speaks to everybody in every stage, I would assume, of a relationship.
And just as a little tag, oftentimes what we found with Before You Tie the Knot, many are thinking, "Ooh, no, I don't want to." When they hear the title, it's like, "Oh no, I don't want to be married. I'm not getting married or remarried." But we really try to emphasize the fact that it can be communicating with your children or your adult parents or your colleagues, your best friend, whatever that looks like, even your coworkers. So it's not about whether or not you're in a relationship, although it's for singles or those engaged. However, we have some to show up often that are single. Say, hey, I'm good, I'm satisfied, and I'm happy single. So it just works to strengthen the entire family in the household.
But also we have a second class called Elevate, Take It to the Next Level, for those that are in committed or married relationships, so that they can also strengthen. It really connects the heart, the brain, behavior, the physiology of relationships. And so it includes a component of mindfulness as well. So throughout the 5 weeks that we meet, we're always checking our heart rate. We introduce some kind of stress to elevate the heart rate, try to learn what each other's triggers are so that you don't push the button, but that you know how to help and calm down the situation so that you can communicate better.
How to know your partner's love language.
Absolutely.
Which is key to any relationship. Like you said, it's not just marriage, it's also your kids' relationship, co-workers. But you guys have some tips here we're going to talk about. Cycle of positivity, I love that one. So tell me more about that.
Right, yeah. I don't know if we can put it up on the screen. There's key components that there's a researcher, Dr. John Gottman, came up with a couple decades of research in his love lab in Washington, where he found there were 4 don'ts of a relationship and 5 do's of a relationship.
All right.
So first of all, there's criticism. I'm going to focus on the negative first, because then we want to interject the positivity.
Okay.
Because we can get stuck in negativity with criticism, where you're attacking the person's character.
Sure.
And if that escalates, the other person becomes defensive, the second aspect. And so you have this person who's not taking any responsibility for what their actions are, and then it escalates into contempt, where there's eye rolls, name calling, a lot of negativity there. And then eventually, you know, people just shut down and they stonewall. And if it gets stuck in stonewalling, the relationship becomes really fragile. So what we got to do is figure out what we can interject then to make it positive and continue a cycle, instead of going into destruction, but constructive conflict. So what we have is we want to introduce complaints rather than criticism, which sounds really weird because to me it sounds like the same thing.
Yeah.
But complaining is focused on a person's behavior rather than their personality.
Yeah.
And so you can change behavior.
Okay.
So we want to complain, we want to speak with positivity, accept responsibility. We want to do those kind of positive things that will take that curve up to the top of the model here, so that then it creates harmony and we can be positive.
A couple of these as we're finishing up. We have a little bit of time left,
Yeah.
but the props here that we got.
So one of the bandana that you're looking at, the orange bandana, that's one of the exercises that the couples love it. They're wondering what's happening, but you blindfold one of the partners at a time.
Okay.
And this helps us in the component where we speak about laying the foundation. So you're blindfolding one of the others, and they have to literally stand and guide the person. Each partner takes the lead, but they're
Trust.
only yes, trust and commitment are two key components to establishing healthy relationships, and that's what we teach them in that exercise. So they move about the room, and we find out so much just from that alone and what they felt like
Sure.
during that time, because it's like, whoa, I thought I trust you, but maybe not
Right.
this much. But so it really allows them to pull back the layers on different pieces. The love bucket is another interesting one for the Before You Tie the Knots class, and
right.
that's where the singles are engaged couples. And it talks, if you think about making a deposit in a bank, when we make a deposit, we know at some point we can go and withdraw it. However, with the love bucket, you can make positive deposits and also negative deposits. But what you get out, in our illustration in class, at the bottom there's a hole. So you get out what you put in. So you deposit positive, like trust and commitment and honesty,
That's what
you'll
you
get
get
that out. However, if you put in, offensive language, negative, your domestic violence, if that looks like bashing that person, that partner, or jealousy, all of that comes right back out. So whatever you sow is what you're going to reap out.
So
and
much,
they love
so
it.
much to cover. I'm sorry we're out of time here, but the workshop's coming up, so we'll send everybody there.
Yeah, smartcouples.org. They can sign up there.
Appreciate it.
Ladies, good to see you.
Thank
for
you
your
so
time.
much.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for being here.
All right, and if you want to take a look at the classes, you want to find out the times, the events, the names of the classes, where you kind of fit in, you can go to, again, smartcouples.org.